Bottega boots ain't cheap. My car ain't got no key. I push the start to start my week. I'm in this photo, pour so photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go.
Sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got...
Dollar. Hey. DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it, and I'm still...
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Washington Commanders and the Dallas Cowboys. Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready, and we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And a short kick taken at about the 16, and he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. The Cowboys at 12-4 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Prescott. Wide open receiver, complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 33. A gain there of 21 yards. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the Cowboys winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here back home in Arlington. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one. Huh?
The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on 3rd down. Now Prescott. And quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
So he stopped for no gain, and it'll be 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. A gain of 3, second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On second down, it's Pollard. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On third down, it's Pollard. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a fourth down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And this one is right through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in what you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week. You must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays...
And this is caught inside the 5. A huge play there for Washington. 71 yards. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And from where we sit, if you had told me that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was an absolute cannon shot. And he still dropped it right on the money, too.
And the final readout on Next Gen Stats, remarkable. That ball traveling close to 80 yards in the air. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up second and goal at the 3-yard line. Ready up!
Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. Gibson again. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and come back. It just never materialized.
Third and goal, Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Pollard again. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Third and short yardage. Prescott. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And his ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Jackson. And his throw is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Trap 50. 79 Broncos.
To throw is Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to...
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Damone Clark. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And this is caught. A big play here for Dallas. And even 40 yards. Here's Prescott. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Touchdown, Cowboys! 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. The touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? Big pass play. Got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Jackson to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
18, Pioneer! 1800!
Here's Jackson. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Micah Parsons coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And what a golden break here. This ball is going to be touched down, but just outside of the red zone. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
That is caught by Lamb. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Prescott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's got it. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Dak's going to keep it. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Dak Prescott in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights. And a rout is on here in this first half. Four seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Cut that team! Cut that team!
Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Marquise Bell. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
On 2nd and goal, Prescott on the move to his touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here? Maybe
and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick-6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Prescott. Left side to Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys! Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Cowboys get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, it's Prescott. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great effort there. With touchdown number 3 here in this game and 17 now on the year. And the Cowboys have widened the gap now to 50 points. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Taken in at the 3. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up. He's got a man, complete. A huge play there for Washington. 73 yards. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin from 10 yards out. Joey Sly on for the extra point. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. From the 6. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. He's going to let this one go deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing, Prescott. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It was the safety blitz that ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. 35 yards that time on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
On second down, a run with Gibson. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now it's Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. Extra point splits the uprights, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Gibson here running out of the gun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 3rd down, Jackson got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Throwing is Jackson. And now here's another interception. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 41. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Prescott. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. It's away, and it's a high kick here, but not high enough to hit the scoreboard here in Dallas. Just a 30-yard punt that time.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted.
And, my goodness, another interception.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
They'll run left with Pollard, and he'll be brought down just outside of the 30.
61 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Trying to run forward with Pollard. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Now a give here to Pollard. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll run with Pollard. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting up.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And this one complete to Simpson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big 30-yard play on third. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here this year.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team